Now before I glue on the paper template, I am going to joint a line so that the front of the bridge has a nice crisp edge to it. So I'm going to do that with my plane quickly. I use spray adhesive to tack this template onto the bridge blank. Now I'm going to take this to the bandsaw and get it close and finish it up on the spindle sander. All right, now I'm going to go clean this up on the spindle sander. Okay, now I have the spindle sander set up with a fence. I have my template glued onto the bridge blank. And first thing I'm going to do is get these wings sanded into there. I usually make mine 2 to 2.5 millimeters tall right there. I took this bridge blank with the template glued on to the bandsaw just to get a little bit of these wings sawn off so that I don't have to turn everything into dust if I don't have to, especially ebony dust because it's terrible. Got the spindle sander set up for probably 4 millimeters or so. I'm going to finalize these wings down to 2 to 2.5, and I'm ready to go. This is coming close to 3 millimeters, and this is 80 grit. So what I will likely do is get this shaped with the 80 grit. I'll leave this where it's at, and I may come in just a few more millimeters to eliminate some of this mass so that I don't have as massive of a bridge sitting up on top of my soundboard. And then when I come back in, I will take this down just a little bit with the 120 and take that down to 2.5 millimeters. On this part of my bridge, I like to shape this with the spindle sander as well, almost coming down to this 3 millimeter mark, 2.5 to 3 all the way across. It's a little more difficult with this vertical, not being able to quite shape it like I want. So I get as much as I can out of this larger 80 grit, and then I will switch to microplanes and sandpaper to get the rest of this. I'll see how much I can get done with. This spindle. Before I get too much further on this bridge, as you can see, we're flapping around a little bit. The glue's kind of come undone because that sandpaper spindle is knocking it off. I want to get these holes drilled. One of the other benefits of not putting these in a straight line is that it's less likely for any of these to look like they're off. A straight line is very difficult to drill, as you probably noticed installing your fret markers either on the fret face or the side dot markers. It's very difficult to get those perfectly aligned. A template is really the best way to go to do that, and there are some small fixtures that you can purchase commercially to do that as well. But these I am just going to drill with a 3/16 bit. Make sure that every time you punch through this back side, you have a fresh piece of wood to go into. What I mean by that is don't punch it and then just move the bridge one spot and then punch it again, because if you have a hollow spot underneath your bridge, you're going to get lots of blowout, and we want to avoid that. So try to have a fresh piece of backer board at every drill site. And just to be on the safe side, you can center punch all of these. All right, there is our hole pattern. Looks good from the top. Great, I'm gonna finish shaping this. Now I've got these wings down to 2 to 2.5 on this side and this side, and that's really about what I want to see. It reduces some of the mass, but at the same time keeps them strong enough that they don't get flimsy and give up some of their structural integrity. If you get thinner than 2, I feel like these can start to curl up, and that I can't get them onto the radius of the top as much as I'd like to, and they require just a little bit too much clamping strength to get them to sit on the top when it's time to glue it. So now I'm going to take this inside and finish this up with sandpaper, files, and microplanes, and then we will continue to shape this bridge and get the radius on, radius the bridge on the top, the bottom, and get the saddle slot done. Okay, now I gotta smooth this over a little bit, get this more round. It's a little chunky. Gotta fix that. Again, these rubber contour sanders are just huge in these situations. This shape looks pretty good. I think it's time to move to radiusing the bridge in the next video.